Well, hello, my lovelies. So on for another live. Are you Welsh girl? Are you Kelsey? So I'm hoping Narrative Destroyer will pop on because he asked me, I think it was at the weekend, to do not at the weekend, last week to do a live at 8:30 today. And so I reminded him today on his channel. But I haven't had a reply or a confirmation he's coming on. So this might be a short live because he might have forgotten about it. But he said he'd come on today. So if he pops in the chat, I can send the link out to him. But it might be a very, very short live. So I hope everyone's keeping okay. It's first time here that it's gone icy outside. We've escaped it in Liverpool, thankfully. Escaped a lot of it. Pitch black. Can't see out the window, it's that dark. So let me just have a little look on me YouTube. Be back in a second. Yeah, it is. It's getting cold now. But know all this talk of a huge storm and all that, for some reason, we missed all that. I don't think Narrative has remembered that he wanted me to do a live today for some reason. Don't know why. So does anyone else want to come on in the meantime in case he's running late? Just let me know in the chat if anyone wants to come on. So how are you doing, Kelsey? My little lovely. Well, I think I don't know. I must admit, he does have little moments. It's like he was kicking off once, saying that I didn't do a live, and it wasn't that he wasn't responding. He just wasn't responding. So I think he's asked for this, and he's either forgotten it or because I put it because he hasn't. Doesn't look like he's been looking at his comments. But we can get through it, darlings. We can get through it. What experiment? What experimente? I was see talking about all the drama. JDP yet again is going to leave YouTube. See how long that lasts. It usually lasts for about 12 hours, then he's back again. Remember, he's not. Oh, I get what you mean. Scotty. I've heard bits about it. I've heard that he relapsed, which is to be expected, isn't it? That someone as addicted as him will eventually relapse. But it's that thing, isn't it? You pick yourself up again and don't beat yourself up. Start again. That's the way you deal with any addiction, like smoking. Yeah, you might fall, but Kelsey's on the train back home. Oh, thank you for joining in anyway, Kelsey, sweetheart. Yeah, so I have heard about Scotty, but that's to be expected. That's going to happen. But yeah, JDP, who thinks JDP will be back within 12 hours of saying he's leaving? YouTube, he does this all the time. I'm leaving the dark side. I'm never coming back. Then 12 hours later. He's never going to talk about Jimmy Newman again, but he will talk about Jimmy Newman again. It's a given, isn't it? You just know not to take any notes of what he says. Hiya, Mandy. Do you want to come on, Mandy? If you want to chat, because it looks like narrative isn't going to turn up. I've just got that feeling he's not going to turn up. I don't know what's happened. Most probably he's forgotten about it. Hey, well, that's that. Fancy. Oh, the police have been to his farm. You don't have to show your face. Don't have to show your face, gal. I don't show mine because I'm just too gorgeous to show us. I am. I'm just too gorgeous to show us. I had a funny feeling he wasn't going to turn up. I thought, I bet he doesn't. So he needn't whinge anymore about done the live. You never done the live because he took a right whinging thing once about that because he thought I wasn't doing lives with him, but he wasn't responding. Anyway, I'll send you the link now, Mandy. So, like all of us, he can be a bit temperamental at times. Listening but keep my gob shut. But put my vids back up. I heard you saying, Angel. I said something about you. I don't know where to saw it, but did you offer um, Scotty a place to live? I saw. I'm sure I saw that. Is that you that did that? Well, ain't that the truth? Welsh girl, ain't that the truth? That's true. No, Welsh girl, if he doesn't turn up today, you do not like Craig. You do not like him. If he doesn't turn up for this live today, you do not like him because I specially set it up because he asked me to. He wanted me to do one on Sunday, but I was too busy on Sunday. So I said, "Do you want to do one on Monday?" I never got a reply. So, what's the point of asking someone and they don't reply? You just turn your camera off. It will say camera, and you turn your camera off, Mandy, and it will stop your your face coming through. Have you got a paper bag you can put over your head? Oh, is that well? Whether sheriff's lives or not, I set this bleeding live up for him. Next time, I'm not going to go ahead with it unless he replies, "Yeah, I'm coming on," because he's just been totally silent, and I'm not getting accused again like you did a while back of, "Oh, you didn't." And as I said to him, no, I said you weren't looking or replying to what I was saying on your comments. That's the only way to contact him. Anyway, he's got Jingle Jangle Jim Smith, hasn't he? If he wants to go on somewhere complaining, he's always welcome there, isn't he? Oh God, that's the worst thing, isn't it? Humbles. Everyone's either a supporter. Someone said that to me today. They said, "Didn't you used to support Paula?" No, Paula Benny. No, I don't support anyone. I'm not on any team. I'll judge a person as they are at that moment in front of me in my life, or as I see them on YouTube. I don't join teams where I'm always sticking up for them or attacking them. It doesn't happen that way. I'll judge a person as that moment is. So this, you're a humble supporter and all this, it's all nonsense. Who's Pan Welsh girl? I've never heard of this Pan. Yeah, this Welsh girl. No point. It's daft saying that you're on a team or you support someone, especially someone that you've never met in real life or you don't know. Oh, here he is. I'll give you 10 minutes. He's coming on. He's coming on. He's actually arrived fashionably late. There's bleeding fashionably late and 21 minutes, well, 22 minutes, which it will be, is going bleeding more than fashionably late, but he's coming on. And here we are. Everyone go to Mandy, right? I want you all to write in the comments to Mandy, hiss boo, hiss boo, you never went on, hiss boo to Mandy. Go on. All my supporters, all my fans. Oh, but you're getting called a Decker supporter as well. Do you remember that person, Angel? Oh, would anyone remember? Oh, what was his name? Tony, Big Tony. I don't know. Please don't hammer it into me if I get it wrong. Something like Big Tony it was. And do you remember he used to be right up Decker's crack? He was actually crying at one point. Oh, I'm so proud. Yeah, and all this. Oh, I could never be like that with anyone. I mean, it's just humiliating, isn't it, to be that fawning around someone? But if anyone wants to come on as well, just let me know. As long as you show your face. I don't see any hiss boos about Mandy. Look, we've got to make Mandy feel bad about this. We've got to give her a guilt trip. Come on. We've got to give. Oh no, it wasn't Bird Shit Angel. It wasn't Bird Shit. It was some other fella. But I know Bird Shit did support him at one point, didn't he? Come on, everyone's got to say that Mandy's a boo because she didn't come on. You've got to give her a guilt trip. Yeah, Big T was he? Yeah, something like that. Big Tony, Big T. Oh, it was Big Tony. Yeah, I'm right, Pan Scouts, aren't I? Oh, it was. It was really gut wrenching the way he used to go on. I'd never fallen like that over anyone because I always say this: you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. My mama used to always have this saying: "Street angel, house devil." Always said that. She said you never know any from one for certain. They can be loved by the public when they go out and have loads of friends, but you never know what they're getting up to behind closed doors. They could be absolutely horrific. Mandy's liked. Mandy's too liked for people to hiss boo her. Supposed to be meeting with her in Kate's at some time. They're wanting to they're wanting to take me for a meal and a coffee, so they can get photos with me. Because that's the thing, they can brag that they've met me. So supposed to be meeting up at some time. Actually sending a limousine to collect me, isn't that nice? No, it wasn't FFM. I know he used to, I've got him. I haven't heard from him for a long time. He suddenly put his head down, didn't he? Here we are, Craig. Just show your face. See, there we are. Now take it off. Now you can take your facey off. Here he is. Here's the late comer.
I'm about to turn the telly off, Dan. No, man. All right.
Well, you're crackling there.
Yeah, how about now?
No, you're still crackling.
Crackling. I love crackling, man. Fucking hell.
Can't understand the word you're saying. It's that bad.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's
Oh,
doing.
you like that, is it, man? Fuck it. I can go out and come back in and see if that works.
Okay. It's gone. It's going to come back on because the sound, as you can hear, is not very good. Well, just show your face quickly, Craig, just in case anyone's slyly. So here we are. I'm going to do it now. Okay. Go on,
Hello?
speak. Oh, it's still bad, Craig.
I don't know what's going on.
It's
It
really
happened with
bad.
someone else. It happened with somebody the other night, man, as well.
Yeah, it's you can just it's really
How
difficult.
about now? I'm just moving around. What's going on? Anything?
Just see if you can say if you move or something, but the
Now it's working, is it?
no, still bad.
It's like I'm being attacked, man, by a Pandeco.
It's really, really bad. So, do you think it's going to work this today?
I don't know. If you go in, mate.
Go off again and come back in about 5 minutes and see if it's any
Yeah,
better.
Because it might be the weather or something. I don't know.
Angel, do you want me to put you on with your face on, or do you want to? Are you okay? Just thumb up if you want me to put you on with your face on. Okay.
Sick of it. Hold on, I'll put my light on.
Hi, you Angel.
Hello. I'm in my pajamas. I'm in bed. No. Oh, honestly. Think you're gonna go? You want to do someone a good turn, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you know when Scotty first went to the farm, right? He was in the right state, right? And do you know when he were defecating in the house and everybody were laughing at him, even Paddy, yeah?
Yeah.
And I felt right sorry for him. And then he's on the streets and that, and I thought this sheriff, I call him Deputy Dog, I thought he was going to take him into his house. But no, he ended up at the farm, didn't he? And then all of a sudden it's a GoFundMe, he dropped my clothes off and all that lot, right? And I must admit, he's looking better, right?
Yeah.
But he needs, they're going on about the drug counsellor can't do anything and what have you. It's
Hey,
not,
well, just wait a minute, Angel. Just wait 1 second. Okay, Craig, I'll put you on now. Craig's just come back in. Just
Yeah, I'll just reset it, man.
oh, it's still bad.
It's worse.
It's really bad, Craig. Yeah.
I'll have to leave it then. I'll
Anyway,
try again in a bit, man.
try in a bit, but we'll arrange another live this week. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It's happened to somebody else before the other day.
Have you reset your Wi-Fi?
What, from the actual hub or the
From
phone?
the hub?
No, I'll try and do that, man, and come back in about
have you got, I know you're not playing YouTube at the same time, but have you got it on in background?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, have you?
Turn it off.
Yeah, what you do, just reset your Wi-Fi, see if that works, Craig. It might work that way.
I've just turned it off, like the telly. That's nothing to do with it, is it?
It's not the telly that's doing no, because you get feedback with the telly.
I'll give the hub a try, man, and let you get on with it a little bit. Okay.
And restart your phone as well. Someone's just said restart your phone as well.
Cheers. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay. See ya. So yeah, I just wanted to say to Ashley, are you still there, Ashley? Yeah, they made a video, Angel. I don't know whether you saw it or not, about the return of another ex YouTuber called Paula Benny. And more or less had me saying what I thought about her return and what she was saying. But what I forgot to put on it was something about Ashley.
Oh yeah.
Ashley's mama was doorstepped by
Yeah.
Tony Bakers and
Mhm.
Paul Ellis. Doorstepped.
Yeah, I watched the
And I
video where they got
remember,
out the car.
yeah, and I remember Paula absolutely was going mad. Oh, it's disgusting, doorstepping and all this business.
Yeah.
Doorstepping his port, which was disgusting. No matter what you think, Ashley, you don't go and doorstep a woman on her own, or even any parent on their own, female or male. You don't do it. And so she was all this. Suddenly, as we know, she ended up in bed with Paul Ellis. And what a wonderful man he was. And this is only just after that. It wasn't even a big time period. It was just after it. And I know she didn't mention that in a statement that her narrative
Oh,
she was giving out.
right. I'll tell you something else, Anne. My I was friends with Gary Furby, right? Before the pigs' heads and all that lot. And all this trolling were going off with that Burkett and saying, "Oh, I look like a tranny." So I put the fake eyelashes on with me mate. I was like, "Oh, do I look like a tranny?" And that, like, and all the kids were laughing. Apparently, see me in Marks and Spencers. I says, I don't shop in Marks and Spencers, me man. I shop in Poundland. What was the other one? And then he started talking about my kids. And I had a flood, right? And I went out of my house for 9 months. And just before my flood, I'd gone down to community centre, which actually I helped raise 2.1 million through Lottery England. I'm dead proud. So I must be psychic. I come home, I put telly on, and there's Bird. Shit. Oh, she's been complaining to council. And oh, yeah, Gillian Shepherd and all this. I'm thinking, eh? They knew my daughter's name, knew she'd been walking dog, mentioned my house that I live near bus stop. So I go on my Facebook and I'm like, oh, is this person? And guess where she moved from? Harrowby. Isn't that where Decca's from? Right?
Yeah.
Then the car, my neighbour's car, right next to the bus stop, right, got set alight. And Burkett said, oh well, when the car went bang, you'd have thought she'd have learnt. And then he went off the live and he closed it down, so I couldn't get that bit. But I got the bit where he said I was complaining to council and what have you. So I work with the council and with kids in the community centre. And I do community art, you know, like well, they reckon it's a therapy, right?
Yeah.
So I rang up and I was like, Lisa, I says, I recorded it off the telly. I sent her the video and she said, oh, don't worry about it. I sent it to Citizens Advice. I emailed it to them, and we're going to have a word with their manager. And I've got all this evidence, right? And then I found out who it was. I didn't ring. She was like, oh, should I ring police? You should ring police. I said, no. And I went and knocked on the door. But then I had this flood. So I'm away from house for 9 months. And just before that, that Paula Beanie, adding us on TikTok. I said, so ring me. So we had a very long conversation. And guess what? You know, she said that Tony Burkett had only been in a house once.
Yeah.
Oh, he comes here. Oh, I see Tony a lot. And
Yeah.
and my friend Gary Furby, should I tell him to ring me? I says, no. I says, tell him to F off, right? And I blocked her. And then I made a lie up that I went and took all my photos of me being in Spain the year before and made a little video as I were in Spain. And I thought, just leave me alone. And I went down to my doctors. Because it's scary when they're saying your car's gone bang and they're talking about your kids.
Well,
And he drove past my house, you know.
yeah, Angel, right? I tell you what happened to me, and I got the video of it given to me, sent to me. Ellis, when he was hanging out with Tony Bakers, actually was driving past my house. He was stalking me. So, you know, it's a stupid thing to do, and these are absolutely sick individuals. But you see where it ends up. It ends up that now he's doing a 5-year stretch because he thought he was a gangster, thought he was a big fella, and
Yeah.
it's not worth. I said to him, I said to him months ago when he was going on, oh, I was getting all kinds of threats. There were videos being done about me with shotgun fire and all that, machine gun fire going off in the background and getting all these threats. And I said to Ellis, I said, you're an awful idiot because I know you've got a clean record, which he has because I was told he has
He's
a
not
clean
even
record.
a useful idiot, is he?
No, he's young. And I said, are you really going to destroy everything? Well, not only has he destroyed his clean record now, he also, when he gets out, will never be able to visit America. He won't be able
No.
to get into Canada. He'll struggle like hell to get a job. Why? Because he thought hanging around with someone like Tony Bakers meant that he was a gangster.
And do you know with Paddy, I'd followed Paddy for years because a couple of my friends had been shot. Noddy Rice, David Noddy Rice. I'm going back like near 25 years. And it was supposed to be this Foster.
Oh,
And
wait
then
a minute, Angel. Angel, just show your face, Craig. I didn't even hear him coming through. Show your face, Craig. There we are. Now take it off. Here we are. Speak now.
I'm doing all what you said, but
Oh no, it's not working. It's not going to work, Craig. It's still bad.
have you not got another like a tablet or a phone or something?
nah, I'll get one.
Earphone?
Yeah, nah.
Oh God, and I was looking forward to talking to you because we haven't had to speak for a while, have we?
It's alright, man. It's like,
Craig
I
came
was
on.
alright last night, man. I was on live hours, man, last night, and no trouble, so I don't know.
Craig came on.
Something, man. So, like, I'll leave you to it anyway, people. Take care, man.
Okay, Craig. Okay, see you now. But we'll do it again. Don't worry. I'll set you up this week again. Well,
Yeah.
at the weekend
Well,
if you
next
want me to.
The week, Sunday. I'll miss Sunday.
Okay, I'll set you up then for you.
Alright, then.
Thanks for trying
So,
anyway.
take care, folks, man. Sorry for the time.
Yeah.
Bye bye now.
Bye.
So, I've got two other people here. Here are Anthony. You'll have to show your face, and Jake, you'll have to show your face. If you just sit there and not show your face, I can't let you on. I've got two
Yeah.
waiting here.
So I went in that Scotty's chat tonight where he was doing a live. Because someone has said, have you seen the room that Angel's gonna let you have? Right?
Mm.
And I live in a big house. And I thought it's coming up to Christmas. And he is looking better in himself, but look at colour of his hands, the purple. It's shaking. And then you've got Paddy going, oh, you've got the DTs. Oh, you've got this. I'd be bloody freezing. It's been -1. And I'm not being funny, but in a shed with a Cala gas heater.
Yeah.
And is it carbon monoxide poisoning? They're doing these GoFundMes and that. And then he's going on tonight about a lie detector test.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who's going to pay for it? So I put in the chat, never mind him taking one, why don't Deputy Dog take one for his drug habit? And who gave him MDMA anyway?
I think the thing is, Paddy has got this like obsession with lie detector tests. That's what lie detector test, lie detector test, lie
Yeah.
detector test. And the FBI and will tell you in America they don't trust them. And that's why in a British court case, it's
Inadmissible.
very rare that they can use them. There's a certain case you can use them, but they're not allowed to be evidence because you can cheat it very, very easily.
Yeah,
Very
but
easy.
all
Here we
them,
go. Wait a minute, Angel. Craig, just put your face on again. And then put 3 fingers up.
Otto.
There we are. Here we go. Just
What?
because I've had people trying to get on.
Can you hear me now?
No,
Oh, no.
still bad.
Oh, bloody, I thought I'd try my other account. Oh well, I've tried everything. See you later, ladies.
Oh,
Bye.
God. I'll see you later anyway. Yeah, so that's it. But Paddy has got like this obsession ever since I first heard from all that I heard was lie detector tests, lie detector tests. And the person who invented them, they can actually, he even said, they said they're not worth much at all.
Well, I followed Paddy through like Facebook, and then this happened, and it went to court with Sears, and like it disappeared for a while, and then about three years ago nearly, it comes back on YouTube, and he's still talking about the same thing, and going on about his lie detector test went missing and all this lot, and then you got Craig coming in and like other people that like I'm like Miss Marple. I see this bloke in a wheelchair and I'm thinking, I know what street he's on. So I gaslight him because he'd been trolling me for ages. So I like befriended him, went to his house. I said, "Are you on a live stream?" He was like, No. And he was asking me questions, but I knew he was. My mate texted me and she's like, "Yeah, you won't tell him still." And he's asking me all these questions, so I've just been dead nice. Then, like, Rachel, that was another one, messaging me. I've been in the hospital and showing me pictures of her in a hospital bed with, like, tubes in and saying it were all to do with vapes and all. And I'm thinking, why are all these people connected and all trying to, like, befriend me? Do you know what I mean? And it all started when Paddy started doing his lives. Well, I've got a degree in digital forensics and I can build computers. And he had loads of computer parts, so I was going to build him a computer. But then that Burchett took over his chat, and then I donated to this computer, and I thought, why am I doing that? I've offered, and Paddy's not got back to me. And then it's helped the farm, but they were taking the phone off Paddy and putting their GoFundMe's up if you want to help with the farm, and Tony Burkett's GoFundMe's coming along. So I'm trying to say, Paddy, and you got your own? Do you know what I mean? Why are we doing it up? And so I told this Burkett about it, and then he went, Yolanda, she's blocked, starts doing videos on me, making out I'm stalking him, and then he's telling Paddy, I've done this and I've done that. And then he starts driving past my house. Look where I am in Gateshead. I'm at the Metro Centre, and like he said he were at Toys R Us, right? Down Valley. It's 10 minutes away. I jumped in the car. I drove down there, and Wazzy L stood outside with all toys he'd just bought. He weren't there.
But the thing
Oh,
is, though, and this is the games they play. Big brave men. They go and take it. And this is people. I kept on saying in that video yesterday about Paula Benny. I have total sympathy with what happened to Paula, as it being extreme and all that. Even though I think Paula acts in a way which she did that she wanted drama, but at the same time, what she got was too way overboard what happened. And especially when someone's reporting the kids to social services, that's absolutely disgusting.
well, and I had 2 children took off me at 2 and 3 years old. Unexplained bruises, but luckily they went to live with my mum. So, I saw them regular. I never missed birthdays or anything like that. My oldest is like, 37 now, and, like, I moved up to Newcastle. I moved all over first, and I changed my name that many times, and then I had 3 more children, and there were no social workers involved, right?
Mm,
Then my son was diagnosed with, a really rare condition of Clove syndrome, where you've got a macular malformation. But then he was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I got diagnosed with my daughter, and that explained there weren't unexplained bruises anymore because it's a connective tissue disorder, and that's
mm,
yeah. So um, I ended up I got my kids back at 14, 13, 14. But my youngest who was 13 didn't want to live with me, so she went back down to Barnsley. So when my oldest daughter got married and she went to live in Hull with her husband and that, my other daughter, she went on to have 5 children, 6 and a baby I didn't know about, to find out sexual images going around with the kids and court cases, children took off them and everything. And then when I went to court, she's didn't want the court for me to look after him because I'm apparently I've abused them. So I get in touch with Humble, and Donna helps me and how to apply for under freedom of information and to get all information. And I got it, and I went to court, and I've got my oldest grandson, but the 2 girls, one of them, they were with the same foster carer. One of them wanted to come live with me, and the other one didn't, and I didn't want to split them up, right? So I said to the social worker, when they're old enough, let them know where I am and what have you. And then I've gone all through this fostering thing so I could get them, and they didn't want to come. So I decided I'm going to foster. But then I had my flood. So I have this flood, and I've got loads of stuff happening. All my ceilings have come down. I've lost like most of my stuff, apart from like what mattered, which were like pictures and stuff like that. And then I'm in Barnsley while I've got just before I was terrified. I went to Barnsley because the car got set alight. The dogs, the people were away on holiday. The 2 dogs nearly died.
Angel, I've just got to jump in. I'm getting lost here. I'm confused what you're actually referring to. Is this Tony Baker's has done this?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I sent Humble these pictures, and I went down to my daughter's, and on the Christmas Eve, that's when my flood happened. Because I went down to my daughter's because they had me terrified because I didn't know who it was. I
Yeah.
didn't know who Birkett was and who were telling him these things. And who told him about me complaining to council and that. I didn't know it was. But then it was weird because on that Decker, he was following is it Hartley fella, the one you were on about?
Chris Hartley.
Yeah, right. He was trolling my friend, right, through the Decker channel. So I went on, like, to sort of find out who he was and that, and I was being made nice to him. And then I came off it and I said to my mate, just don't go on it. And then it was just, I just had my flood on my Christmas Eve and he said, oh, we're going to do a giveaway, £200, right? But you've got to member. So I paid 99 pence for a membership. And I said to me, Dad, I'm going to win this because he wants to know my name, right? He wants to know my proper name. And then when the draw was, like, when it was drawn, he was like, oh, we've decided we're going to split it between 4 people. I thought, 50 quid. And I did, I won it, right? And I got the £50. And then he started calling me, oh, my supermod. So I went back on, I said, I'm not your supermod. Take your bloody spanner. Right? And then Humble Jaya says to us, oh, you should keep your spanner, you could be useful. I went, no, I'm not getting involved, right?
Oh,
I said,
let's
no.
not talk about anything like that.
No, I think it was just one of them, like, bright spark moments. And when, as soon as I said it, he went, nah, I shouldn't have asked you, right? So while I'm in Yorkshire, my computer's knackered and everything, and someone makes an account of mine, like, clones it, right? And had all my videos on it and everything, and whoever it was going into different chats and saying things as though I was slagging off this Humble Dryer, right? And he put it on his Instagram, and I noticed it on Instagram. So I downloaded it and I put it up there, right? And everybody were like, Maria Harris and all them lot. Oh, he's always like that. I'll help you. And blah, blah, blah. And I said to Humble, wait. I said, just wait. Because I said, you'll find out what my madness is, right? Then I waited a week or two, and then I put because I got my laptop and everything fixed, I could show that what my tag was, for me, it gets an angel. And it's obviously different from the fake one. And I put it up and I said, yeah, hands up. It didn't say that I'd had children fuck off me or anything. It just said that if people knew what I'd done. So I thought, no, I'm going to put it out by myself about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, draw attention to it, yeah, how it causes unexplained bruising, how a lot of families who've got this condition, they have lost their children, and they Google it if they want, right? And I've still got my children, but then there was one of my other daughters and a boyfriend. It was like it sounded like a bloody speedo ring to me. I'll never speak to him again, right?
Angel, I'm just going to say something nice. Someone said in the chat, they're not being funny, but you're jumping from one topic to another. Now, I'm noticing that. I'm finding it really difficult to get a line.
Because it's been like boom, 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 like
But what is it you're trying to say? Because it's like you start off with Baker and then it goes on to something else. Then it's disjointed what you're saying, so it's difficult
Right,
to get a line.
right. Um, like we humble, right? He was asked. He's asked, "Do I know these people or whatever?" And I was honest. Davy Heslop, he was about 11-year-old the last time I saw him, right? I don't know any other people. And I felt like I was being gaslighted by loads of people, like trying to get information. But I know, hand on my heart, I, 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 I don't tell tales. So, in the end, I proved to Humble that was a fake account. He apologised. Then Paula dropped herself in it and said, "Oh, my mate Gary, is it?" Because I said he's not messaged me. "Oh, my mate Gary, I'll ring him and I'll ask him to ring you." I said, "Don't bother." I said, "'Cause I've known him like 30 years." I said, "Don't
Oh,
bother."
why did she offer to get Gary to ring you?
I didn't even know she knew him
Well, why was she wanting him to ring you specifically?
because I'd said that um Gary had come here and on his way out he went, "Oh, I'm meeting my mate Tony, we're going up to Scotland." And I went, "Tony Burkett?" And he went, "Oh, no, not that Tony." And then that Paula starts messaging me on TikTok, right? So I says, "Oh, I've been trying to get in touch with Furby for a while and he's not answering my calls." She went, "Oh yeah, I see him all the time. Um, I'll get him to ring you." I said, "Don't bother."
Oh,
Oh,
so I get it now. What it was, you said they've been trying to contact him. So she said, I am in contact with him, so I'll get him to contact you. That's
yeah,
what's happened.
yeah. And the only
So,
reason I said mention Furby was because he mentioned Tony and going up to Scotland.
oh, I get what you're saying now. I'm
Yeah,
starting to work it out. Yeah, I'm getting it now.
and I was having all this crap, which right, I was telling Gary, and never once did he say anything, right? I
But
don't
what
know
you're
whether
saying, just to clarify, what you're saying was that's when you found out that Tony Baker hadn't just been in Paula's house once. He'd
no,
been in a house a few times.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
get it now. Yeah.
yeah. And then she says, "Oh, he was only here for 10 minutes," right?
Mm.
So I thought I was listening to that, I was saying, "That's a lie." Um, then she said, "Oh, I'll have a word with Tony and I'll tell him it's nothing to do with you, with Paddy and all that lot." All I'd done is offer to build Paddy a computer.
Yeah.
And then I seen the GoFundMe's going in, which were in Burkett's name, and I've got the videos where he'll say, "Oh, you talk," Paddy will go, "You talk for a while and pass up phone."
Now
And
this
then
is where it's getting confusing again, Angel, because we've gone from Tony
in the shed.
Baker now we've gone to this, and it's sort of like going um, on another tangent again. But the thing about Paula is, and this is it, in regard to what you were saying on it, I won't call it an interview. It wasn't that she was doing with Sammy Lee. It was a statement, literally. She's making a very, very long statement narrative she was giving out. It's just it's the normal, isn't it? It's the I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a strong woman. I'm a victim. I'm a strong woman. I'm brilliant. I'm wonderful. The two of them, Sammy Lee and her, are both massive narcissists. Now, that's not always a bad thing. I mean, especially like if you want to be in the industry or want to be successful, some point of narcissism is necessary. But totally oblivious to the fact that Paula did go out there and She was a drama fiend. She loved and everyone seems to be under that impression except her.
But didn't Paula take her kids to Danny Christie's?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. She never said to me she did.
Yeah, she was his friend when he was going through a bad time.
Oh, she was his friend, yeah, for a fish. That was well before I was speaking to her, but she
Yeah.
never. This is it. This is another thing that used to happen, and I'll say this in Paula's favour. People used to think that Paula was getting in contact with me when we were talking to each other and was slating off the Humbles and others. She wasn't. She wasn't. She never used to slate Donna, or she might say the odd thing, but it wasn't like a going in on them or anything like that. So I'll give her that due. But people used to think that she was saying things behind the scenes. What she used to do, she'd say it in public. I'd give her that. She'd blaze it out in public, but it would bring drama to her when she used to say things.
Yeah, but I'm an Humble supporter because I comment on his channel. We're not friends as such. I only talk to him on here now. I blocked him on everything else. Do you know what I mean? There's no need to have any relationship with anyone. Just keep it as social media. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's when people start, I say, getting thinking that they start. This is the thing that gets me when someone starts fighting someone else's battles. I've never been able to understand that. Why someone feels the need. I'm going to fight someone else's battle for them and attack someone that criticizes them. It's like, why do that? This has just happened with me and that Sammy Lee nightmare. She just simply because I had an opinion on this big long statement that Paula Benny made. Now suddenly I'm a flying monkey, this, that, and the other, and all sorts of being accused of. I never said anything bad about Sammy Lee in that video. I've never said anything bad about Sammy Lee per se. But now she's gone really low and she's showing her true colours very, very low. So will have me say about Sammy Lee. And if you listen, Sammy, which being the massive narcissist you are, you will be listening.
Well,
Everything you accuse other people of being, you are. And I'll leave it at that.
I messaged Paul Ellis on Instagram, I think it was. And I said, why are you calling it oh, it was a very funny name, something funny. And I said to her, I said, look, I said, my son's born with a rare condition, right? And obviously he's got vascular malformation of his testicles, right?
Well, what are we
Um,
talking about now?
The way they spoke about you
Oh, I get
had
you.
his
Oh,
chat.
God. Let them get on.
So I messaged and I said, look, it upsets me because my son's got a malformation and like it, you don't, it's not so much a disability, it's the way you were born, it's the way you are, and you need to stop calling her that. I don't like it. And then they changed it to Terry Tattle.
Yeah,
And
well, we needn't talk, Angel. We needn't talk about this. I know what they say about me, and it's just, it's boring more than anything. It shows them up for what they are. But I must admit, it's a compliment that all these men are obsessed with my
yeah,
genitalia and are obsessed with what I do with people
but
intimately.
I'm,
They're
I,
obsessed with it. Now, if they want to get off on that, that's up to them. That proves one thing that I know for sure. I am hot. I am one hot babe.
I've
That's for sure.
got, I've had bird shit saying I look like a tranny. I'm I'm a granny and I'm old. I'm nearly 60. Oh, right. And I'm like, I don't care. And I've never once said, look at state of you. Do you know what I mean? Don't need to. Because people like that, they're just insecure. And
Oh yeah, but what it is, it's I don't know what it is. I must be. This happened to me. It's I wouldn't say all my life, but it's happened in large parts of my life. So I'll get people will actually adore me and be a big fan of me, or they'll absolutely hate me guts. There's no centre ground. There's no grey area where they can just think, "Oh, I don't think it." Whereas, even in the police, when I was working for the police, it was like I'd have me fans, and literally I would have me fan club, and then I'd have people who hated me guts, absolutely hated me. I don't know how I do
I've
it, but I do it. But when
I've got
someone obsesses about me, they obsess.
I've got a few in here that seem to hate me, but they don't know me to hate me, and it's a strong word, isn't it? So I watched Paddy get it were like he were being interrogated, right? And he was shaking. I seen his blue hands, bless him. And he's only in his 30s, isn't he?
Who?
Like
Who?
nearly 40.
Who are you
Scotty J.
talking about? Who you
Scotty
talking
J.
about? Oh, I thought you meant Paddy then. I was going to say, God, Paddy in his 40s. He's older than
Oh
me,
no,
Paddy.
right.
Yeah.
And when he first went there, there's no way I would have offered him somewhere.
Mm.
And I thought he's doing really well. They've got a GoFundMe up. They've sort of got him on his feet, and I thought, I can offer him a room. I've got a friend that's a drug counsellor. I've got like people in community centre and week council. I drive. I could keep an eye on him and feed him and keep him warm. And I thought, I'm going to be on my own for Christmas, bless him. Why? And so today he's like, well, I don't even know you. I says, well, I've given Paddy, I've emailed him my phone number. He says, oh, I'll ask him for it. And then he starts adding loads of mods. And then there's people saying, oh, she's one of Humble's, she's a ginger. And I was like, and then I'm thinking, oh, not 6 months ago, I were a Decker supporter. Do you know
I
what I
think
mean?
I think what it is with Scotty, he needs. I think he responds to men round him. That's what he responds to. He's a man's man, isn't he? That's who would respond to him.
Yeah,
So even
look,
though I don't like Paddy, Paddy will say, he'll point right out and he'll give him that. What you call, I wouldn't call it tough love, because in my mind, Paddy's doing this because he knows he's getting views, and I'm convinced he's putting his hand in the pot as well to benefit himself. But Scotty will respond better to him. I think if he was in an
no,
environment, say
I,
that he went to your house, I think he wouldn't
it wouldn't
flourish as
be,
much.
it wouldn't be in my house. I would like feed him and like make sure his clothes are clean and that he's able to get a bath and he's in a warm bed. And then there's groups. I know community groups. I know there's the where it can get in with people that are going through the same thing as him,
Yeah.
and like speak to people, like to do gardening classes, allotment thing. But there's art classes. There's like uh,
I
blind
think what
date blind date things at the pub and darts and pool and that. I
I
could
think
introduce him to loads of people his own
Yes,
age.
but I think what it is, he's happy where he is. That's what it looks like to me. He's content, even though people might argue with the fact where he is living in a shed and all this. I think what it is, he actually likes where he is. That's at the moment. That's the
So
way I view it.
yeah, and I said to him, I'm not being pushy. I said, but at any time, I said, just message me on my community page. If you need me, I said, message me. And then there's people in chat going on about, Humble, and he's going, oh, Humble's Paddy's enemy, innit? And not once did they mention Decker Lover. I thought, oh God, mate, what's going off here? Right?
So you've gone
Um,
from Decker Lover to Humble Lover.
Yeah,
That's what they're
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I see.
And then they're saying, oh, she could be dangerous. What's she wanting to get you there, to get you in bed? Oh, and all these crude remarks. So I said,
Anyway,
I
wait a
won't.
minute. This fella's look, Lenny Heggie, are you coming on or not? So you're coming on. Here we go.
Hello,
But what have you got to say? You wanna
I'm
ask
Lenny
Angel
Heggie.
a question? You want to ask?
Yes, Angel.
Yeah. So anyway, ask. What were you going to ask? You were saying you wanted to ask Angel something.
I did, yes.
Oh, go on.
What's your favorite type of sausage?
Cumberland.
I like a bit of Cumberland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tomato as well.
What are you do? Do you know what? I tell you what, Angel, this fella, he's incorrigible. He's absolutely incorrigible. No wonder I was scared when I had to meet him. My God, he's incorrigible. He is. So anyway, there's
Well,
someone's.
I'm off because she's boring the absolute.
Oh,
tip off
just
the
go
ant.
on then. Get off. Get off.
You
Get off.
don't have to listen. You can go listen
Yeah,
to
go on.
Paddy.
Go on.
Go and listen to Paddy. Why?
Yeah.
When Video Craig's Members Only Live is starting now. It's only $3.99 a month to join.
Oh, he sounded
Oh.
like my dog there.
But yeah, I was going to say, Kelsey's just said something. There's lots of others in Scotty's position if you want to help someone. So maybe you could
Oh.
help someone that would really want
Yeah.
that help.
and people on here don't know me.
Mm.
Last Christmas, I put someone up who'd had an house fire, who'd been popular on here. I've had like teenagers staying here that have been kicked out. One of my friends, I've known him for years, but he weren't on to heroin then. And he'd lost his house, so they put him in Ramada. And then I got a phone call off the police at 2 a.m. Is it okay if we bring this man to your house? I was like, yeah. He says, do you know him? I was like, yeah. He's only gone sleepwalking in Ramada, start bollock naked, and gone downstairs into like reception room and gone to sleep on one of the sofas.
God. That's an event to remember, isn't it? That's definitely an event to remember. Someone doing that.
And his
But-
mum were on holiday, so I had him for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a philanthropist. That's the way it is.
I'm an artist, really. I keep deleting stuff because I just want to get back to me drawing.
Mm.
I just keep getting dragged into it. So I think I'm going to do a good turn. And like, he likes his space. I thought, well, he's got the whole upstairs. He's got walk-in wardrobe. He's got big king-size bed, huge room, 70-inch telly,
Oh my God.
Netflix, ensuite bathroom with a shower and a bath, right?
I think I might move in there.
And do you know what? I won't want a penny off him. All I want him to do is to learn to manage his money and like make some decent friends, fit in. And I know his mum had died, and I'm no replacement to his mum, but to have someone to look after him, to like make sure he's got his clothes clean, or he's got a cooked meal.
Well, would you have to move away from his area though?
I mean,
Far away?
Gateshead. I'm closer. I'm 3 miles away from his drug rehabilitation.
Yeah, I
than
get you.
a lot where Paddy is. And then I know people that work for Necker. I've also, before I even considered this, I've been in touch with like Gateshead resources team and that, and they can fit him in.
Mm.
And there's and I work with council as well. So I've got more chance of getting in my house, rehoused, even if it's a little flat near me.
Yeah.
And like get him away from, because he can't go back to Newcastle because all them people that he knows we can buy stuff off is going to
That's
go
the
back to
problem.
that.
Yeah. You have
And
to. This is what I've always said when I worked with drug users. The thing is, they have to get away from that scene. They have
yeah,
to get well away from the
yeah.
temptation.
And then when that deputy dog said, going on about, oh, it's only a little bit of MDMA, and have a smoke, have a drink. All you're doing then is adding more drugs. And if you're on prescription drugs, you should not be taking other crap.
Yeah, but I say he seems to be.
It's much
And
better.
one good thing, they didn't keep it quiet what happened. They didn't cover it up. No saying, "Oh, it's a huge success. Look, he's not touched it." They've actually put out there what's happened, so that's one good thing. So he'll have pressure on him now, Scotty, not to slip up again, and I think that's a good thing about it.
It
But
wasn't
as I
Pad-
say,
it
big,
wasn't Paddy that took him out. It was that other guy.
I know that.
And it's not that other guy that's letting him stay in his house, is it? It's Paddy. Yeah.
Well, in Paddy's shed. Let's get that right. It's not in his house. It's
And
in his shed.
and you know, it's been cold, really
Not
cold.
half. Not half. It's
And
been horrendous.
and did they not say he had infections in his feet and he were antibiotics and that? And mind the drugs, he's not a well man.
Mm. But I think what it is, it's like Vicky. Well, Vicky's just said it's Scotty. He wants to stay there. You can tell, no matter what's going on, he seems to be content there. That's the thing about it. So he
Oh,
stays where he
no,
wants to stay.
no. When I saw Paddy saying, "I know you've had drugs," and interrogating him on a live, fair enough, have a chat with him, but don't do it on a live. That is condescending and belittling him, and it's like,
Well, that's Paddy's way. What he's doing is, I would have been more suspicious if, maybe not do it on live, as you say, berate him like that, but it would have looked worse if Paddy had not said he's relapsed
no,
and
no.
kept it quiet, because then he would have been accused of coughing it up, and he's just trying to make out he's a success. But that's Paddy's way, and for some reason, Scotty responds to that.
But today when the police turned up, I saw it and I was like, and he was shouting, "Scotty, get here, walk that way." And I thought, why would you talk to someone like that? And you support,
That's
and
his way. Sometimes it wakes some people. I remember this is it. It does sometimes people need that, because the way I was trained when I was doing my ballet training, I can remember a lot of shouting. That's what we got. We got shouted at when we were doing something wrong. And that's the way they got us, to be disciplined and to follow orders to be able to do the job that
you
we've
get
been trained
upset,
to do.
wouldn't you? And your mascara would run, and you like.
Well, not as a child, I didn't wear
Well,
mascara.
my daughter did, and she'd cry, and her fake eyelashes would be, "Oh, I can't do it." But
Yeah,
that's
you just that's it. Some people respond. It's like, I've often said this with people. It depends what some people respond different ways. Some people you start shouting at them and they'll curl up. With me, I say, because I was brought up, and in the past, education, there were more. Don't forget, I was brought up in a time when there was also corporal punishment in schools. They could hit
oh
you
yeah,
with the cane
yeah.
and the strap.
I've had that, yeah,
So that was it.
yeah.
But it was a lot of shouting. But the thing is, yeah, it taught you to, I say, to always be alert. And one thing I always said about this is, it kept you focused, because if you can imagine going in to a class every day, day in, day out, for years and years, doing the same at the start of the class, exactly the same exercises. It gets as boring as hell very
Yeah,
quickly. But
yeah.
you've got to do those exercises perfectly for your body to form the way it should do and get strong. So the only way they do that is to shout at you, and it would wake you up. It'd be like, oh, so you'd be like that. Now I think what it is with Scotty is that he responds to that. If he got the
Well,
soft touch, he'd
I,
relapse straight away.
I'm no soft touch where like I would sit and I'd sit and speak, not shout. I won't be doing it on the live, and I won't be saying, "Oh, I know you're lying, so you've got to do this lie detector test in a couple of months." And I feel like I can't comment, so I'm like, I'm dying to say, "Well, is this coming out at GoFundMe, or are you going to pay for it?" Do you know what I mean?
Um, it's Paddy. I say Paddy's got a thing about lie detector tests. It's like an obsession with them. But King Kong is King Kong's just asked something. Angel, did you once in the 90s live around South Shields?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's a nice place, South Shields. Well, it used to be. I don't know what it's like now.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
But
And the funny thing is, I've got no enemies. I ain't got any enemies. All my enemies seem to be on Facebook and the faceless people
that
that don't know
happens.
me. It's
That
funny.
happens. They're all faceless accounts. They're all
Yeah.
people who just come in the attack. It's because that's all they've got. I mean, that's the way there's. But as I say, Angel, as I say, I believe in giving out love, caring, and compassion.
Oh, I just
That's
put
my way.
me
That's me.
I put my peace prayer sign, a love heart, and then an angel, and I say, take care. And I'm not sticking around to be abused. And then I said that in Scotty's chat, and then when I thought of something, so I went back in, I wrote something, and I was blocked. I was blocked. So he set all these mods off, so I did a little video to show I was blocked.
Yeah, it's just
Uh,
that's it. I mean, it's just you're not losing anything. I can assure you, you're not losing anything. But that's the way it goes. I mean, I'm blocked on Paddy's, but I haven't blocked him. But he blocked
I-
me ages ago.
After everything he said and done, oh, he come on one day, was like, oh, he's done this to Emma, he's got Gates at Angel, and terrified. And I'm thinking, shut up, man, I'm not terrified. I'd love for him to walk, see him, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's anyway, Angel, I'm gonna have to wind down now. We've been on over an hour and so you've been actually privileged. You've got 14 minutes more than you usually do. But it's been
Oh,
absolutely lovely talking
I've had
to you.
so much to say.
Yeah.
I have.
But it's been interesting, I say. It got a bit disjointed and confusing at first, but you eventually got there towards the end of it. But see how it goes with Scotty. But if Scotty is happy where he is, just see if you can. But anyway, if I ever need to, you've got a theatre around there, haven't you? A big theatre somewhere in Gateshead, haven't you?
It's in South Shields,
South Shields the theatre.
the Customs House, yeah.
Well, what I'll do, if there's any ballets on in your area that isn't
Oh,
coming up to Liverpool,
we have.
I'll say,
We've
right,
got,
get
we've
the
got
bed
one.
ready.
Oh, quite welcome, and we've got the Theatre Royal as well. Mint,
Yeah,
really good there. I went to see Nutcracker Suite.
yeah.
My favourite.
Well,
Like
check out to see. They'll think they'll have done it by now if they're going to. English National Ballet are doing Giselle at the moment. Now, I went to see that, and that is absolutely the
Are
best
you
version.
into drag queens?
I'm not into that. Even and let's just stress to people, right? Because apparently, according to Sammy Lee, if she's listening, I put dresses on and I'm thinking I'm a woman.
I've never seen you wear a dress on.
Never seen me with a dress on, and I've never claimed to be a woman. In here,
I've seen you wear a pair of beads on, and your lipstick a bit skew with to take the piss.
Well, apparently that makes me a freak. So it's nice to know that people still hold those really old ways. I mean, I think
Yeah.
because Angel, you remember the 80s, won't you? What was fashionable in the 80s? Gender bending.
Oh,
That was the
black
time of
black
Boy
and white
George.
minstrels.
Oh, we can forget them. But you remember it was all Boy George and all
Oh yeah,
Steve
glam.
Strange, all
Kiss.
glam. Twisted
Um,
Sister.
yeah.
His name, and people go on, what about the name? Alice Cooper?
Oh
Was
yeah,
Alice
yeah.
Cooper a freak? Because he wore makeup and he had a girl's name. It's just like, but you
And then
get
we
these backward people like Sammy Lee.
went from glam rock to perms.
Yeah. Oh God, don't tell me, man. Oh, haven't we all got photographs of hairstyles
Oh
that
no,
we
not
think,
me.
no, no,
No.
I do. But I can boast one thing, right? One thing that I can always boast. When in the 80s, I got my hair done. I thought, oh, I'll get it bleached. And I had it quite long, so I let them cut and curl it. And no one else had this hairstyle. And it was practically pure white, but because I'm naturally auburn, or my hair used to be auburn, you can't get it pure white. There's always a little tinge of yellow in there. And next thing, people go,
Blue
"Oh my
shampoo.
God!" They were saying,
Blue
"Have you seen
shampoo.
wait a minute, have you seen Madonna? Have you seen Madonna? Have you seen Madonna?" And I went, "What do you mean? She's got your hairstyle. She's got your hairstyle." And I
Well,
said, "What do you mean she's got my hairstyle?" They said, "Look," and it was when Madonna, knowing she had her hair curled and it was pure
oh,
white
but, oh
blonde.
yeah, yeah.
That's when, like the Marilyn Monroe look, that sort
Well,
of look. She
my
had to bleed the
hair,
hairstyle. I thought was unique to me.
my hair always has been blonde, and now it's gone white. And when I was a kid, younger, they used to call me Debbie Harry Blondie. And I said to her, I bumped into my mate over there. She says, I said, "Are you going on your date?" I says, "Oh, I don't know." I'm a bit like, so she was like, "Well, come cut your hair." So I'm stood in the middle of Lidl's, and I shouted, stop my voice. Actually, yeah. I says, "I look like Jimmy Savile now then, now then." And
Oh God.
everybody just turned around and looked at me. But I have that. And when I had my hair curled, I looked like Albert Einstein.
But the thing is, this is it, right? And do you remember before that, the glorious punks of the 70s? That's when I was
Oh, yeah.
preteen then, and I loved it just exploded from somewhere, and all these peacocks walking around with these huge. Now, Hedgehog Man thinks he's got a Mohican. That's not a Mohican to what we used to see walking around in the 70s.
No,
They were sky
no.
high, weren't they? Absolutely
And I
huge.
used to have this, my hair shaved at the sides with this
Yeah.
big back-combed hairdo. And I was coming home one day, and it was late at night, and something got stuck in my hair. I was like, and I couldn't hear anything. And it was really pulling my hair. And my mate were laughing, and I'm screaming. And I was like, "I've got a bird in my hair. I've got it." And when it flew off, my mate went, "A bird?" It was a bloody bat.
Yeah. Oh, that used to happen. Bats used to get, because we had big hair then. Everything was big,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
and half a can of hairspray.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, really glued on basically. But oh God, days are days. But yeah, Hedgehog Man, catch up and get maybe our Uncle Bobby's on in the chat. I can tell you
Oh,
now. No, they were works of art. They absolutely were works of art. I loved the punks. I did love the punks. I liked the gender benders. But then it starts getting, you know.
and have you
Well,
been on my channel and looked at me art?
no, I'll look at it though. What is your channel just called Angel, or what is it called?
Yeah, it said Angel, but if you click on my link in the chat, it'll take you
Yeah.
to it. I drew my first Frenchie. I've only been doing it for a couple of years, and
Um,
I'm getting commissions.
I'll look at that. Gateshead Angel. So, and type that in. Is that on Facebook? Is it?
No, it's on YouTube. But
Oh, YouTube.
if you put Gateshead Angel in on YouTube, you'll never find it. But if you go into the chat where I was speaking in chat on YouTube, click on it and go to channel and you'll
I
find
tell you what
me.
to do, Angel, right? Just you know, on one of me posts that I've done, my
I've
community
tagged you.
posts.
I've tagged you in a few tonight.
Oh, good. Well, I'll be able to find you there, so I'll do that. But what I'll do, oh God, Kelsey, you're still there. You're still there, Kelsey. I've forgotten to do something. Just let's see if Kelsey before we wind up, because oh no, I forgot to do me little song for Kelsey. Just let's see if she
Oh, I
responds.
love this little song.
Oh, the mullet. Oh, don't stop, Bobby. The mullet. Jesus, that was the hairstyle that fashion needed.
Oh, the
Yeah.
duck bass.
Oh, the duck, the DA. God no, but the mullet. That was bad. That was. I remember
Yeah.
here we are, Bobby. Did you see Ronan? Ronan when he had the he had a mullet years ago, didn't he? Oh God. For people who don't know what we're talking about, the mullet was short at the front, wasn't it? Well, shortish and long at the back. Oh, it looked horrendous.
Well,
And people thought they looked lovely.
my mum did mine, cut me French, and it looked like she put a cereal bowl on my head and just cut round it.
Oh, I tell you. But here we are. Kelsey says so. I've got to do this for Kelsey because I forgot Kelsey, darling, and I've never forgotten before. Here we go. And Bobby, if people clip that, they'll think I'm saying that to you because I've noticed I left your message up there when I was doing it. But anyway, Angel, it's been lovely talking to you, and you'll have to come on again sometime. But I'll check out your site, I will, and your arse.
Yeah, and all the old stuff I've put on, about all the drama that's gone off with Paddy and all that lot.
Yeah.
I will delete it in a few days. I'll just
Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
because I keep trying to get back to my art,
Yeah.
and I just keep getting dragged back into stuff.
Well, that's it. You have to stop yourself getting dragged into it. But what I'll do is I'll say good night to you, Angel, and I shall leave my lovely viewers with this pretty girl in pink.